Alrighty. What's going on, guys? So I'm making this new video just to go over my new series that I'm creating. If you can tell from my channel, I do a lot of different series. The first one I had was over social media and just like different videos. If you own a social media agency and how to create one. The next series that I did was my Amazon FBA journey, and I'm still making those videos. I'm just doing a lot, so I'm just making a variety of different videos for you guys to watch. So this video is just going to go over my new series that I'm creating. It's for getting clients. And you might be wondering, I already know how to get clients and stuff like that. So alright, let me explain this. So what I'm going to be starting to do is over the next, as like the weather starts to get better and stuff like that, but what I'm going to be doing is going in depth about how many clients I can get, actually going into businesses, recording like all of my like what I say, what I give them, so you guys can actually get a first person view of like how you can actually get a client, because like there's a ton of different videos that you can watch online, and they all just like tell you what to do, but like you really don't get like a first person view of like how to actually get that check. You know what I mean? So what are the videos going to be? So I want to actually start. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be recording everything. So my goal is to get 3 clients by the end of not November but February. So February is my goal to when I'm going to be starting. So February 1st is when the new series is going to start. So February 1st through, I think there's 30 days, 31 days. There's 31 days in February. So the 31st of February is when I'm going to have, and I'm going to show you guys that I got 3 clients in a month. So that just goes to show, and I'm not like, I don't get clients at like $1,000 a month, $1,500 a month. My clients are $2,500 a month on retainer, and that's non-negotiable if they want my services. Well, it just depends on like everything. So I offer full service. So I'm not going to go in depth about like what I offer, but so what is the video is going to be? So I'm going to be recording the initial walk-in, the first meeting presentation, and right now I'm just writing down the different meetings and different things I'm going to be recording as I'm presenting and going into meetings with the client. So the initial walk-in. So as I'm walking in, I'm going to be recording on a mic, I'm going to be wearing a wire. So as I'm walking in, I'm going to be wearing a wire, recording like what I'm saying, what I'm giving them, and I'm going to explain it as like the video goes on. So it's like actually going to be in video form. It's not going to be like a audio. So so after the initial walk-in, then it's going to be the first meeting presentation. So this video is just going to be over like what I'm showing them, because like it's honestly all about like how they see the value of what you're offering them, and can you actually do it. So that's literally the only thing. It's not like if you qualify businesses, money won't matter. So the only thing that's going to matter is, can you do the services, and do they see the value in the services that you're providing them. So because like I have results from previous clients, so I have something like, just so you guys know, when I got my first client, I had I did have some results from like my Shopify store and stuff like that, which any of you can get. I really didn't have anything, I really didn't show them that, but I knew how to present it. So knowing how to present it's a huge thing. So next thing is the like the timeline. I'm gonna say timeline of work and agreement. All right. So, and then after is signed and kickoff. All right. So, literally, like you can definitely do this in a short amount of time. If they're like actually looking for a social media manager, they'll definitely be like, oh, okay, yeah, it's on you right now. But usually, in my experiences, it usually takes like 3 meetings, maybe even more, to actually sign the client. So the first thing, like I was saying, is the initial walk-in. So that's I don't cold call. It's just very important, personal, and like you can't really see the face, and like you can't really show them and greet them. So I like to walk in, and plus it's very good for me because I'm very grateful to where I live. Is I'm surrounded by businesses, qualified businesses that actually can afford my services. And then, so the first meeting, so after walk in, you talk to them, you set that first meeting to go over what you give them, and you also create a presentation on the results that you have given previous clients and what you're going to be working on. So, and then that goes into the second meeting. So the first meeting, you show them everything to get them amped for the second meeting. So like results, mainly just results and what you can fix. So if they have like a Instagram account, you can like take a screenshot of that, do some Photoshop, edit it up, and just show them like what it could look like and things like that. So like Facebook, YouTube, things like that. So they can see actually what you're doing. So that just goes into the first presentation. So presenting them what I'm going to be fixing, what I'm going to be working on. And then the next meeting is the timeline of what I will be working on for their business. So like if they need a new website, if they their brand story creation, and like the kickoff meeting, which is just gonna go over in depth about like what I'm gonna be working on and how I'm gonna be fixing things and stuff like that. And I'm also gonna be bringing along. So the W9, timeline, W9 timeline. What else? The agreement. All right. So when you sign a client legally, I like to bring all these things. So a W9 meaning that they're hiring me to do these services, so I'm not just like in the gray, I guess you could say. So I also bring a timeline, an agreement, and also an invoice. So when someone is writing off your services that they're paying you for, when that time comes, they're gonna need an invoice and also a W9 because they're gonna need your business's identification number. So like every person has a social security number. So a business has something like that. So it's just a number that associates the business with taxes and stuff. So then the next meeting, usually right here, they'll say, they need to think about it. And yes, you can be like, blah, 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 and like get them to sign it then. But I like to actually give them the time because I don't want to rush people. I actually want to help people and not just like rush them along and actually just sell them. You know what I mean? So that's just me. I mean, usually they'll see the value in what I show them, so they will sign it just because of that. But I don't like to force it down their throat, I guess you could say. Oops. And also, so after that is going to be the signed kickoff meeting. So after that, they're gonna they'll be like, can I look over it? And then you're gonna be like, yeah, sure. Can we schedule another meeting tomorrow? And they'll be like, yeah, sure. And you don't never do it like wide, like a long time. Do it as close together as you can because they'll forget about it. And also, so they'll sign it. So you get that signed, you get the agreement signed, and then you give them the invoice, you give them all this, and you can actually, what I do little tip here is you give them the invoice, you give them the timeline, you give them the W-9. So you give them all this stuff so they have it, so they have something to look at to go over like, oh wow, okay. And when you give them the invoice, like what I do, this is another little tip. So you have your invoice printed out, it looks all nice, looks professional, has all these like different little lines. So what I do is I write down every service that I'm going to be providing them. So like redesigning Instagram, creating highlight icons, like everything that you're going to do in that amount of time. So just everything, new website, logo, animations, blah, blah, blah. Facebook ads, all that stuff. So you write all this stuff down on the invoice. So when they're looking at it and they're going over the agreement, because make sure you say agreement, not a contract, because no one will sign a contract. That's just, I mean, you can if you're like older and whatever, but I don't like to do that. Just, I mean, you can, but that's not me. It's up to you. So on your agreement, they're going to go over it and they're going to see that like you're not like trying to like stab them in the back or anything like that. So it's just an agreement, just saying like both parties are agreeing to give this service to this party and the parties are agreeing to pay the contractor this amount of money each month. So, and each party is able to cancel the contract at any time, any given time, and make sure you have it on the contract that they don't have, like, you don't have to like refund them their money, or just the amount of it. And there's like all that little stuff. So next one is for this one is the kickoff meeting. So getting access to all their stuff, which is very easy. If you guys are confused about that, I do have a video. If you want me to explain it to you, just drop a comment below and I'll definitely get to you about that. So it is a little tricky, but it's easy to learn, and once you learn it, it's easy. It's a piece of cake. So just a little overview on the new series that I'm going to be doing. So from February 1st to the 31st, I am going to be getting 3 new clients. It can be more, but I'm aiming at a minimum of 3, just so I got that. So 3 clients at $2,500 a month is, I'm sorry, but I do not like math. I'm good at it, but I don't feel like thinking about it. That's why we have calculators, right? 2,500 times 3 is $7,500 a month. So, boom. All right. So check that out. 70. Oops, not 17,000. That'd be nice, but but yeah. Okay. So from February 1st to the 31st, the goal is a minimum of 3 new clients at $7,500 a month. Each client is $2,500 a month. You might be asking, like, well, that's a lot of money. Honestly, like, you think about it, oh, wow, $7,500. You got taxes. You got, like, the cost of goods sold and stuff like that. So, like, I'm not taking this home. So I have advertising to pay for. All of my, like, freelancers that I hire. So I do most of the work, but, like, for, like, logos and things like that, I don't do. I mean, I could do it, but I don't have time. So don't think about, like, if someone's paying you $1,000 a month for social media and social media advertising, so like that's a lot of money. So like that's not a lot of money. So make sure you have your prices all sorted out. But yeah, so February is the goal for this new series is 3 new clients, $7,500 a month, and I will be recording all of the goodness in it so you can actually see how I'm going to be selling them, and you can actually write it down. So it's going to be very fun. It's going to be I hope you guys learned something from it. And of course, if you have any other questions, like how do you start it, how do you start SMMA, how do you, any of that stuff, just drop a comment below. Don't be scared. I'll teach you. I'll do whatever I can to help you guys out. I know I had a lot of questions, so if you guys have any, just drop it down below. If you're excited to learn about how to start an SMMA business, if you want, I have a ton of videos on my channel right now. If you're excited to see new videos that are coming out, just subscribe and turn on post notifications. I do a lot of videos. I try to do it every day, but life gets in the way. But yeah, so I hope this video shows you a little about the new series that's coming along. If you guys are excited about it, just drop like a hooray in the comments or something. But yeah, so I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of your day. So just know, if you put in the time, if you put in the action, if you learn it, you gotta learn it first. If you know how to verbalize it and sell it, you're golden. So just know that. Comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And know, put in time, you'll get it. I'll leave you guys with that. Peace.